let's say you miss this other entry down here, another entry possibility is for you to wait for the break out of this black area. Okay, this 2666 area. As you can also see here, we have like more like a triple top. Okay, several tops here. So if price is able to create a new high there, it will be the newest higher high for this price and a more push to go to the upside. Okay, back at my FX right here, the prophetic analyst, you can see how we predicted gold Xauusd into precision for last week. Last week we had over 100%, let's just say 99.9% precision in our predictions, which a lot of you also witness this on the free Telegram community. So if you're not on a free Telegram community, click on the link on the description below to join our free Telegram community. There we send free FOREX educational content and also signals and host free live sessions. Okay, and without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. So this is the market analysis for the week of the 21st to the 25th of October. Okay, so we're starting off with gold, just like you guys saw. Okay, gold has been on a bullish run for since over a year now. Okay, gold has been going all the way to the upside, creating series of higher highs, higher lows, and giving us a bullish trend. So for on the weekly time frame, you can see how gold closed with this massive bullish engulfing candle like so. Okay, which shows not just closing, it closed from a zone. Okay, the push up from that zone, and which signifies bullishness on gold, more bullishness on gold. Okay, so if you scale down to, let's scale down to our hourly time frame. Okay, so we can see areas in which we can take good advantage of the trade. Okay, so this is like from last week's trade. Okay, you guys can remember this zone here. I said we should look for a pullback and a push continuations to the upside. So we even had two good areas. Okay, two good areas in which one would have taken their entries and made money for themselves, which we predicted the bullishness. We also send these free signals notifications to our free Telegram community. Okay, even before price occurred. Okay, so we did not even give bearish sentiment on gold for as at last week because of the kind of confirmations we saw gold giving us. So here on gold, so you can see how we took those trades. All right, we were not able to take the one down here, but we definitely did not miss the break and retest of these key levels. Okay, in which I also showed you guys. So for this week, we go to our lower time frame. This is the hourly time frame, so let's go to our 1 hour time frame to look for the best possible areas to take the either buys or sells. Okay, due to how trade the pay is gonna move. Okay, so we could be seeing some more bullishness on gold. Okay, all the way to the upside, at least probably to our 11440 area. Okay, to the upside, right? But if this does not happen, okay, we can have some minor pullbacks. Okay, if we have some minor pullbacks to the 1712 ounce, okay, we can take our bull runs from there, or even price could reverse into this area and we can have a push continuations to the upside. Okay, but so if that's it for the bullishness, and for the bearishness, they will be only interested in the bearishness if price is able to clear the 1700 ounce. Okay, break, retest, and a push continuations to our next level, probably to 166 area. Okay, all the way to that zone. Okay, and as you guys may see, also gold has been able to break all-time highs, the all-time highs of 200 and some 2700 ounce. Okay, to the upside. So gold has been very bullish, right? Has broken the all-time highs. This was the previous highs all the way back here. Okay, the previous higher high, let me mark that. Okay, so gold has broken the previous higher high, so it has created a new high. So in most cases, you should have pullback, continuation, exhaustion, continuation, like so. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking for on gold for this week. So up next, another best trades that we had for last week, which was Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD was awesome. We had been predicting Euro USD bearishness for the past 3 weeks, okay, plus, okay, for the past 3 to 4 weeks down, okay, and we have been taking only the bearishness onto the downside, okay, which we also shared signals and notifications to you guys, so which a lot of people also made money from this. So this is how price played. Was like 2 weeks ago. You look for the break retest and a push continuations to the downside there as at last week, and the same thing again I called last from previous week. Okay, we were looking for that break retest, push continuations to the downside. Signals will also be set on free Telegram community and the projections, which I'm going to add it somewhere around in this video. And also, if you did not watch this video or you think we are capping, here is the video. As for the bullishness, and for the bearishness, we'll be waiting, be patient enough for price to clear these lows, okay, that support the retest and the push continuations all the way to the downside, right? And if price means to sell, the next level target for the sales is our 1.080 area all the way to the downside, okay. So I hope you can see how we predicted Euro USD into precision, okay. That break and retest we were looking for, which you guys can see here, still very much there. Price breaking that zone retest and the continuations to the downside. So what's the next? Let's take that off. So what's the next possible area or possible movement we should be looking for on Euro USD? Okay, let's look at our daily time frame to see what price is printing on our daily time frame, if there is. Okay, so this week we may have some more pullbacks, okay, for this week. So I'll just stick to the daily time frame. All right, I'll just stick to the daily time frame. So you may have an higher time frame pullback, though the sales that we took was for the lower time frame pullback. Okay, so we may have that higher time frame pullback this week. Okay, price coming back to this zone of the 1.0911 area, then before we can have that push to our 1.08 area first level, then we can go all the way, right, all the way to the downside. Okay, that's it for the bearishness. And for the bullishness, okay, because I won't actually be interested in trading this bullishness. For the bullishness, we should be patient enough for price to clear these areas, okay, break out of this area, okay, give us a retest there on that area, then we can go for our next first level, which is 1.1006, and our second level we can go all the way to our 1.11 area, okay, like so. So those are actually the two zones we are looking for buys and sells on Euro USD for next week. Up next is the DXY. So minor pullbacks, okay, to this zone, price coming into the 102 area, then push continuations to the 103 area, okay. That price retesting, that's more like a retracement, a sell to buy scenario for the DXY. All right, for the DXY, you can see how we predicted DXY bullishness into precision. We wanted price to break out of this high, creating a new higher high, okay, little reversals which we had, and the push continuations to our next zone, which was the 103.66 area, which is our black line all the way up there. And we had price push, give us a massive push, okay, of series of highs, that area. All right, so let's see how the weekly time frame actually closed for last week before we can determine what we are doing for this week. Okay, we can see here on the weekly time frame, we can see how this candle has come into this key level. Okay, price is slightly somewhere around that key level. Okay, so if I have to zoom, let me see if I can zoom in properly so that you guys could see. All right, you can see price has gotten to that zones. If I have to mark that zones where price is, these zones like here. Okay, so price has gotten to that zone. So apparently, since this is the DXY, we may be having some retracement back to the downside for the coming week. So we should be very careful on the trades that we are taking this weeks, okay, on the coming weeks, because we may be having some retracement pullbacks on the DXY. So which this means if you have a pullback on the DXYs, which is sales, you should be expecting the opposite on the inverse correlated pace, like Euro USD and the rest. Okay, so for the coming weeks, I would be only interested on the sales. Okay, let me mark out some minor areas. Okay, let me mark out some minor areas like so. If price is able to clear this area, the area of the 103, okay, breakout, a retest of that minor zone, and a push continuation. So our first zone, which is our 102 area, okay. So that's what you'll be looking out for on the downside. And for the bullish side, we should have very stronger confirmations, very stronger confirmations, I must say. Right, price has to show you very strong confirmations of bullish sentiment on these areas, okay, before you could take that sales continuations. But if you may ask me, I would be favoring the downside for the DXY for this week, guys. So that'll be it for the DXY for this week. All right, up next is the AUD USD. For AUD USD, you can see how we predicted AUD USD into precision. Okay, we wanted price as our last week market closed somewhere around here. We wanted price to break retest on that zone, which that happened clearly, and we had ourselves all the way to the downside. Signals were also being sent to our free Telegram community and our general group. I'm going to add it somewhere around in this video. Like I said, last week we had the 99.999% prediction and accuracy on our trades calls, and so far on AUD USD we have been on a 4 trade winning streak, like you guys can see. 1 2 3, okay, 3 actually. Look at the other buys, okay, from the left hand side you can see we took the sales, we took the buys, took the sales too accordingly on key zones and key areas in which we are looking for the trade to continue on AUD USD. So we have been consistent on AUD USD wins, which, like I said, signals were being sent and a lot of money will also be made. Okay, so coming for this week, all right, for this week I'll give you guys a two-way scenario for this trade. Okay, for the bullishness, let's start from the bullishness. Okay, I'll be only interested on the bullishness if price is able to play these areas, okay, which we are having multiple week rejections, the break retest, push continuations to our 0.681 area, okay, like so. I'll be only interested on the bullishness if price is able to break. All right, if price is able to break, very patient, you have to be patient, guys, okay, for price to create a new higher than this previous high. Okay, we may have some range when price comes to this zone, okay, but you have to be patient. Like I said, trading is all about patience. Okay, break retest of that area, then push continuations of our 0.68 area. Guys, when I say break retest, it doesn't just mean when price breaks and retests you jump into the trade. Okay, people that are, for the ones that are on our mentorship, okay, they know the entry confirmations in which we use, and time may not permit us to share that here on YouTube on this forex educational, on this forex weekly markets, because it's going to take so much of time. Okay, so if you're interested, you can get our mentorship, okay, or DM us through Telegram to get our mentorship. So moving forward, for the opposite direction, which is the sales, okay, price is actually reacting off this minor zone. All right, so even though, let's say, even though you miss these sales, you may not be losing so much. Okay, price is reacting off this minor zone, so like which we are seeing there. All right, so we'll be looking for sales. Right, price is already on that zone. Maybe we can have a slight little pullbacks or not on that area, then we can have a push to this first level. Let me mark this first level like so. Right, this is the first level, which is the 1665 area. Okay, first level, then we can go all the way to downside for the bear on AUD USD. So do well to mark these zones on your PC or whatever device that you're using to trade, guys. So up next is a GDP USD. GDP USD was also one of the best trades for last week, but it did not give us that higher time frame retest that we were looking for. So our entry signals, I'm not going to take you guys much of your time, but this week our entry signals won't still be different. Okay, so we are looking for price to continue its sales from this area all the way to our first level. Our first level is the 1.29 area. Okay, this 1.29 area, then we can go all the way to the 1.28 area for bearishness. And for bullishness, you have to be patient enough. Okay, have to be patient enough for price to break, retest, and push continuations to our next level, which is our 1.32 area. And also, if you're interested in taking those sales on gold, sorry, on GDP USD. Okay, we may have, and go down to your lower time frames and plot your trend lines. I don't really speak much about trend lines, okay, but I'll be only interested if my daily, I don't know if you guys can see, let me zoom out. Okay, if this daily trend line can be broken, okay, if price breaks with a bearish engulfing candle on the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame, breaking out of this trend line, right, we already have a reversal doji candle inside here, okay, which is a good sign for reversals, which price has closed. Okay, so we'll be looking for more bearish sentiments like a bearish engulfing candle close to the downside, then before we can take those sells all the way to the downside. So I said always mark out these levels on your phone or PC or whatever device you are using to trade. Okay, so up next is USD JPY. USD JPY for last week, we were looking for a break retest of that area. That actually happened, but it did not give us. If you were a swing trader like myself, I think it'd be ending like maybe a 1:1 on this trade. Okay, on price actually gave us that break and retest just like we were looking for. So if you had the maybe a 1:1 or 1:2, let's check it out. Okay, a 1:1, okay, more like a 1:1, right? So which is not actually ideal for myself. I normally go for 4. Okay, so USD JPY did not give us so much moves as that last week. Okay, so for this coming weeks, okay, so I'll take that out. So for this coming week, you may be looking for some sales. I'm sorry, pullbacks to that area, which price is already on that zone. Then the continuations to at least 151.2 plus 0.12 area, okay, which is to the upside. And we'll only be looking for sales if price is able to clear these lows. Okay, you can see these lows here. Let me mark it out for you guys to see. Okay, price to break that area, retest it, okay, for the 149 area, then push continuations to a 147 area. Okay, so mind you, if the DXY is actually selling, okay, we should also be looking for sales on the USD JPY. Okay, so USD JPY, those are our scenarios for sales and buys, as you guys can see. So but if you may ask me, I may be favoring more of the upside for USD JPY. So just keep it, guys. And next is USD CHF. So for the bullish aspect, it would only make sense, okay, since you've already missed this trade from all the way down here, which we took last week. So wait for price to clear these double tops, okay, and break and create a new higher high, okay, higher than these two highs, okay, retest there and push continuations to the upside. And our next target is all the way at 0.87194 area. Okay, that's our next target for the bullishness of USD CHF all the way up there. Okay, so for the USD CHF was also one of the best trades we had, which we also took. Signals are also being shared. Okay, we have been winning consistently for the past 2 USD CHF. Okay, which I'm going to add it somewhere around in this video for you guys to. Okay, so you can see we predicted this phase break retest of, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we predicted this one as at last week too. Signals are also being sent, and a lot of you also made money from this, though we were expecting the price to go all the way to 0.871 area. Okay, but price did not make it all the way there, but it gave us a very nice 1:2 trade ratio there. Okay, so for the coming weeks, right, we'll be only interested for if price is able, all right, our patience, guys. Patience trading is all about patience. If price alters this low, okay, this lows here, this area, creating a new lower low, okay, break retest of that area, then we can go all the way to 0.85 area. Okay, if you also need to be sure about what you're doing, you can plot a trend line like so. All right, you see I have a trend line there. Okay, so all what you have to do is patient enough for price to break out of that trend line, retest, then the trend line also matches with these key level zones. That's why I really plot trend lines, because my trend lines also matches with my key levels. Okay, like I said, we can't teach everything here on the weekly market forecast. Okay, these are things that we mention and teach in depth on our mentorship. Okay, so also, if you are watching this video to this very moment, please go to smash that like button, like, subscribe, and drop a comment on the comment section. And one of the best trades we are looking for last week, the last but not the least, GBP-JPY. All right, GBP-JPY is just more like USD CHF as at 4 weeks ago, which we have been having an eye on. Okay, so you can see GBP-JPY has been on a consolidation. It has been ranging, it's going sideways, like you guys can see. All right, so when price goes sideways, what do you have to do? Our simple strategy in which we use in this zone is either to wait for a breakout, either to the downside, the break, retest of the downside, and a push continuations to your next support or closest support level. Okay, or a break, retest to the upside. Okay, price to break, retest to the upside, and the push continuations to the closest resistance level. Okay, so these are the scenarios, very easy, right? This should be part of your A setups for next week. Just keep your eye, don't do anything much. Okay, anything that price has to do between these zones, you are not interested. Okay, you only be interested of taking price or trading price when it breaks either to the upside or to the downside. Then you can just wait for the higher time frame retest, like the 1 hour or the 4 hour retest. Then you can take your trades entries. Okay, so that will be it for this week, guys, on our weekly market forecast. It's nice having you guys to this very moment. If you can also drop a comment on the comment section, right? Let's know what you think about this week's market analysis. And also, if you have any forex educational content you love us to make, you can also drop it on the comment section, and we'll see how possible we can make those videos available. And also drop some fire emoji also if you don't have any